Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Ho Show. Today I'm joined by my co-host Riley McDermott as usual, and two special guests. We have Philip and Eric. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
Thanks for having us.
So, Philip, we're gonna start for some questions for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna get into like the YouTube stuff later because that was really interesting to me when we found out about that.
All right. Okay.
What Arho and I were talking about the other day was how we completely forgot when we were all together in our junior year that you were part of the varsity baseball team, and like that time on that trip. Do you remember that trip?
The one to Bangkok?
No, it was the one. It was to Manila, right? Did you come to Bangkok too?
No, Manila.
It was the Manila one, yeah. The one where Grayson lost his passport.
It was the Manila one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what got you into playing baseball that season? I don't think we ever even asked you that
season.
Yeah, because that was all you did it for, and then you left.
I don't know. I did.
Wait,
I did
no, he continued. Yeah,
You continued in senior year.
I did, but senior year, I
injured,
sprained
right?
my ankle. So basically, I was out for the entire season.
yeah, but he still made the roster
For
somehow.
varsity. Was
Yeah.
your name on the plaque?
I think it was.
It was
Yeah,
on
I think
the
it
last
was.
one or something. Yeah.
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 I think that
so
was one of our
that.
better trips. The Manila trip. The
That
junior
one
year
was
trip.
good. Yeah.
Not for Grayson though. It was
No.
Jimmy.
And Coach Standing also stayed with them, right?
Yeah.
He had to stay behind. So what got me into playing baseball?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I tried out in freshman year. I didn't play in sophomore year though. I tried out in freshman year, and then, it was kind of fun. And then I know I played a lot of baseball with you guys in sophomore year, like off practice or off season, and then we're just fooling around a lot at the time, and that was pretty fun for me. So then I guess that's what got me back into playing baseball in junior year, and I just kind of stuck with it for until senior year.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that was our most enjoyable year because we finally broke that streak of losing all of our Apex too. But sitting here, Eric's got no idea what the terminology we're using.
Yeah, baseball's a little over my head.
Not even the baseball, just the term
The tournament
for
names?
Yeah,
Yeah.
APAC and that stuff. Did you do any sports in high school, Eric?
I did not. I only did weightlifting.
Was
Okay,
it?
that's nice.
That's kind of boring person. I did want to join baseball though.
You did?
Yeah. How? I didn't know there was a restriction in joining though.
What was the restriction?
Well, the restriction at my school is you needed to play at middle school. It was really fucking bullshit.
That's so stupid.
What?
Oh, excuse my language.
Nah. Why would they not let you play in high school just because so you could be like fucking Mike Trout or something and not played in middle school and then try to start in high school and they would be like, nah, you can't play here.
Yeah.
And you're like a prodigy. This doesn't
Yeah,
even
that
make
does not
sense.
make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, they told me it's because I haven't played before.
Wait, so
I'll just be sitting on the bench the whole time.
Oh, so they
Not really worth it.
Coach
they-
is too lazy, bruh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
don't they have spots for wait, no, they don't. I don't think they have a obligation. Do they have an obligation to put everyone on a team there or can they cut whoever they want?
They could cut whoever they want.
Oh.
My high
Wow,
school
okay.
is really competitive.
So basically, it wasn't a restriction, but they told you
Oh, it was a
haven't
guarantee for
you have
me,
no
though.
experience, so they
Yeah, no.
I see. I was about to say if they keep you from they use their middle school as a farm system to the high school. If you don't play, that's kind of bullshit. Yeah, but Philip, another thing you did in that what was it? It was freshman year of high school, I think. Were
Freshman?
were you stuck in FA after we all left
yeah, I was,
from
yeah.
middle school? Why'd you do that to yourself?
Why did I do that to myself? I don't know. It's I joined 1 year later, after you joined FA, and then
You joined in 8th grade?
I joined in 8th grade, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
when I really became close friends with you. I think. I mean, we were in the
Yeah.
same class in 6th
Dude,
grade.
we were
but-
remember Miss Max class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I really wanted to finish something that I've started.
Oh, you
just,
joined in 8th grade?
stick through with the program. But
Yeah.
really in 10th grade, ninth grade, I realized like how much
Oh, you
or
joined
in
in
freshman
eighth
year,
grade?
how much like time I was wasting when I was like in FA,
Yeah.
because I had like no self restraint at all. So like all we would do in FA, like all the boys, were play, like we would just play games every day when we were in FA.
Did
all
that
the
program?
time.
Did that program? Did they stop it in ninth grade, or like make it middle school only after that, or something? Because I never saw anybody else in like sophomore, junior year. I don't
Right.
remember anybody being in there.
I think they stopped it when we reached junior year, because I know for sure they continued it until like sophomore year, because I knew there was like some people were still in it and they went on trips to like Bangladesh or somewhere.
For an explanation
Yeah.
for like Eric and people who don't,
Much appreciated.
FA was like, so basically it's called Futures Academy, and there was an experimental like learning program that they started in the first one was my 7th grade year, right? And to get it, a lot of people apparently, for some reason, a lot of people wanted their kids in it at the start.
Yeah.
Essentially because they built like their own like, it was like a really cool ass like classroom space that they built, like a multi-million-dollar project or something. So they wanted their kids in for that reason or something. But then they had a lottery for the 7th grade, and I got in on that, and like some of my other friends, because they got like randomly picked. And then it was pretty fun. It was absolutely useless. Like we did math and shit. So basically for math, all we would do is like Mr. Riley would assign us Khan Academy, or have you done Khan Academy, right? I guess.
I've not.
No, you've heard of it, like
I have,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So he'd just make us do like the whole curriculum of Khan Academy for 7th grade math. I mean, it was more useful than the other things. And then, what would we do for humanities? We wouldn't even like read or like write. We wrote like our own like books or narrative fiction, and then our fucking teachers just shit on all of our work. And then what else did we have?
Robotics.
Phil, you weren't in it at that point. Yeah, the nerds. The
You
fucking
guys,
nerds
you
did
guys had
robotics.
robotics, right, as a
Yeah.
choice.
Vunam did that. If you remember, I think Vunam left that year. If you remember Vunam.
Yeah, I remember him. He was in 6th grade in our
Yeah.
class as well. Yeah.
And then we had the fucking film room, and that's all we would do. Like Augustia and I and them, is just fuck around with that. It was literally the most. They're trying to be like branch off into something new, experiential learning, like
Right.
project
Project
learning.
driven. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a complete fucking disaster because
Because
nobody.
yeah,
Everybody
and,
was
like,
so stupid in that class, honestly.
because like
such
none
a-
of the kids knew what they really wanted to pursue, or like had enough knowledge to understand what they were doing or what they wanted to, study. So then it just ended up as a mess because there was like self-guidance was basically impossible with kids.
Yeah. I was gonna quit in 8th grade, but then they got the really cool ass space, and I was like, oh, I gotta see it through. And that was pretty fun.
So, what is 8th grade in China? Like, what age?
8th grade, same. Do you
It's
like
the
call
same.
it junior high here? They call it junior
Ah,
high.
yeah, 7th and 8th is
Yep.
junior high.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, we just call it 7th and 8th grade. It's just middle school. It's just the year before freshman. What was it? We were like 13, 14. That was 13 and 14-year-old, right?
Was it?
8th grade? Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah,
We
I
turned
guess, yeah.
14 in that year. That was one of the more fun years.
8th
honestly.
grade was fun.
Yeah, the trips, like Pingyao and stuff.
Yeah,
That was fun. Wait, Arho, did you come in 8th grade?
he did.
Yeah, I was. That's my first year at ISB, 8th grade.
Yeah, you came, and then we knew you.
Yeah,
don't
I
know,
was in
Philip knew
normal
you
class
from-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met Philip till like freshman year or something.
No.
I don't think
We
Arho and I
were-
started hanging out in school until freshman year because we just knew
Yeah.
each other from baseball, from Sports Beijing.
Wait.
And then he came here. Yeah, he was in Sports Beijing before he came to ISB.
When did I?
Yeah.
When did I? Wait. Were we in the same Asia and the world class?
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever
I
that
think
class?
I think yeah, I think it
And-
was you and James. We're on
Yeah,
the same
right.
table.
We were on the same table.
Yeah, but it was just like I think that's how I met Philip.
Yeah.
It was Asia in the world class.
That's how I met Arho.
Yeah, those were good times. The middle school years were fun.
Yeah.
For me, freshman and sophomore year was like grinding academically, and then like junior year, that's when like Arho we went, just like to all you can eat, the hot pot like every week. And just
Oh
went
my
to-
god.
Yeah.
and then
What was
play
our
Super
max? What
Mega
was our
Baseball.
record? Yeah. I got lazy at that.
I think we got like 50 plates with 5 people, something like that. 50 or
Yeah.
60 plates.
Yeah, and I broke my kidney eating that.
But wait, really? You did?
Yeah.
What? I don't remember this.
Because you got kidney damage from that?
I mean, I've had kidney issues, and then eating that much protein all at once just really, wasn't good for my body.
That's rough.
Oh yeah, we were always calling you a bitch because you were sick, and then it turns out they
Yeah.
were like real
Yeah,
medical
you're sick
issues.
all the time.
We just called him
Yeah.
a pussy, but it was like real medical issues.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, did you have those like since when you were small?
Degrading
Like those
baseball
medical
Yeah.
medical
issues?
history.
Since when I was small, yeah.
So how did, after moving on, because you guys both graduated from ISB, I know that was a weird graduation. Like moving on, what were your? I didn't know your. Like I got a glimpse of our hose experience so far, but like so far, because we're closer to the Midwest. Well, we are in the Midwest,
Yeah.
and you're on the coast, which is like the typical path that most kids took.
Yeah.
But what's that like been so far? In
Well,
college?
I mean, to be honest, being here in person, like on campus, most of my classes still has been online. That's not necessarily the case for everyone here, though. It just happens to be that most of my classes were online first quarter of my freshman year, because I took a gap year. I guess the campus is really nice. Teachers are really nice. I mean, the kids are also pretty nice here. But like a lot of people say, like, I guess like the West Coast, like especially the UC system, that they're really liberal. But like I don't feel like I don't really get that vibe here at UCI. I think it's just pretty normal school. So
That's interesting to hear.
yeah, that's probably not what people expected.
What
but I
major
think-
are you?
Major? Economics.
Economics?
Yeah.
That's, oh my god, bro. Isn't that math heavy?
I mean, it
It's its own
depends. If I
specific
want to,
math stuff, right? It's more
If
like
I wanna
data
go quant,
analysis and modeling.
if I want
I
to,
think.
yeah, it's like it's only
What are you trying
really,
to pursue with economics?
like
The
job
economy.
careers.
The
The
economy.
whole,
yeah.
the whole economy.
Stop.
Are you gonna be
market.
a finance bro?
Oh no, please no. I do not want to be a
You're
finance
gonna be
pro.
Are you gonna be an entrepreneur? Are you gonna start your own business? That would not surprise me. Honestly, I don't know what
I mean,
your
that's
business would
crossed my mind.
revolve around. Honestly, but there's something.
I mean,
No, but Arho
yeah.
and Eric are both computer science majors. So
Oh, okay. That's
what
good.
is that like? Do you guys? Arho, do you have to do a lot of math courses
Yes, a lot of math.
for computer science?
Yeah, like I mean, CS is basically math.
Which one do you have
It's
to go
just
up to?
Yeah.
I have to do calc. Like our requirement is up to calc 3, and we have to do discrete math and linear algebra. But a lot of other people they do calc 4, which is like differential equations. But like most of our classes, like the stuff you learn in class is basically just math. Like a lot of it is math.
No shit. This guy doesn't do any fucking math. What's your requirement?
Wait, what?
So my requirements is just Calc 2.
Yeah, that's the same.
So, like,
as
no
ours.
Calc
The
3?
3D shit.
RCS is the same.
No
as
Calc
that.
3.
Oh, I think you just got
that's
fucked,
interesting.
Yeah,
Arho.
get fucked.
Because you're a computer science, but those requirements sound like software engineering or something. Because all of our engineering requirements here are up to Calc 4, which is differential equations. But then we also have to do an engineering statistics.
Oh,
classes, which
our
is-
CS is counted in the engineering school.
Oh, okay,
Like we
then
have
that's why.
like we have a part that's
yeah,
in
mine's liberal.
the non-engineering school, but like most people who are doing CS are like in the engineering part.
So why would that not just fall under like software engineering or computer engineering or whatever?
We don't really have like a software engineering because like I think the thing with software engineering is like it's too specific of a discipline, and it's
Yeah.
like it's too
Yeah, they
restricted.
just added to Iowa State.
What's the
Yeah,
difference
yeah.
between those computer science and software engineering?
I mean, software engineering. I think
Basically,
is
the
more
jobs you
professional.
get, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like
if your
computer science is more broad.
If your
It's definitely
computer
more broad.
science curriculum is the same level as like it's basically a engineering course, then why don't they just
Yeah.
What label would you rather have? Software engineering or computer science? What
Computer
strikes more?
science.
Computer science?
I'd be
Like,
more
I
on the fence
think-
with that stuff.
Mm.
They're both fine majors and like topics. And
There's an implication that there's something different between the two. That the fact that we have them both here, I'm guessing there's got to be some minimal like differences, but I don't really care because I don't care about. I hate coding so much, dude. I hate
Get
MATLAB.
fucked.
And I'm gonna have to do more fucking MATLAB. I'm gonna have to do a whole class that's like just MATLAB shit. I fucking hate it so much.
Yeah, MATLAB is not fun.
Do you remember when I told you to make my codes last year for my homework? Some of them.
Yeah, dude, that was so, bruh. That was like, bruh, I don't know how you don't understand that, bro.
It's not that I didn't understand it, dude. It was so fucking time consuming. And yeah, also I didn't really understand it.
No, but like
That was
your
literally our-
exam being like you have to handwrite code is kind of BS.
Yeah, that's completely bullshit.
Like I did
mean,
have to do some handwritten code last semester, but like it's like minimal.
Yeah,
Like I handwrote
mean,
code like 2 times last semester.
In fairness, most of the questions on those exams were like it gives you like a command or something, and you like write the like command key or code or whatever.
It's like a fill in the
not like-
blank, right?
Yeah, it's not like a line of code.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
yeah.
again, for like the word problem, you had to like write like a few lines of code, and then that's basically just off memorization of what you did on the homework. It wasn't. Actually, I hated it. I'm not gonna say it wasn't too bad. The teacher, I liked the teacher enough, and it was well taught enough compared to some of my classes last semester, which were fucking terribly taught.
Mhm.
Have you had that? Have you guys had that experience with just really shittily taught classes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
some professors, they're not good
course.
at teaching. Like they're really good at research, but like they're
Not
just
here for
hired for
teaching.
research. They
Yeah.
don't get exactly. Yeah, they don't get paid based on how well they teach.
Dude, that was my physics professor. Like, he's a nice enough guy, but like he's like
Can't
definitely
teach.
in his mid-30s or something. Like a brand new teacher, brand new professor at least. And I think he claimed to be a theoretical physicist, but
Mhm.
like whenever a question was asked about like how does this work, he's like, I'm just a theoretical physicist. I don't really have all the answers. Like he couldn't answer a lot of like physics questions based on like what the course was about, which struck me as really weird.
I think
Yeah,
it was
'cause I
just
think they might be too focused in their research area, so they don't use like the other stuff that much in their daily life, so they forget it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I know.
maybe they just couldn't be bothered to answer the students' questions.
They're just too lazy.
Every single day he just started teaching and he's already too lazy to answer the questions. Now I know that Arho, you have an internship after like 85 applications. You got an internship for this summer. I just did an
Yes.
interview for one. I don't know. I had like 3 interviews so far over the winter break, but I don't think I got any of them so far or any offers so far. Like Philip, what are your like opportunities looking like for internships? Because I know you can talk about like the NetEase internship you did in China.
Hmm.
But like those, I think that experience for you is a lot different than like a typical internship is here.
Well, like, I'm only in freshman year right now, so I haven't looked into internships that much yet, but I have looked a bit into, those research opportunities that, you could jump on board with your professors. And I might try applying for one of those during summer, but not internship though. That's for next year. Something, for after I finish sophomore year.
Yeah, I think, is it like weird because you took a gap year? Did that gap year include that NetEase internship?
Yeah, basically, I spent
Yeah. So you took a gap year for the internship experience, but it's like weird because typically as far as like engineering internships go, they like look for upperclassmen, right?
Yeah.
But you're like the same age as a sophomore, and you have like the experience in the field of some sort of internship.
Right.
So do you think it's like weird that like you're only a freshman and that you're not like really focused on internship opportunities right now when like if you didn't take the gap year, you probably
I'd
like
be
would
doing
be?
that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like that internship thing that I had during my gap year, that was really just like, it was like, I took the gap year because of the pandemic, because I have like horrible immune system, so I was trying to avoid too much contact, and then it was relatively safe in China, and then so that internship was really just something for me to do, while I took a gap year, so
Did
I
you
don't
say
completely
you didn't get
waste
paid
my
for
time.
that? Did you say you
Yeah, I
didn't
I did not get paid for that. So now that I'm a year later than I guess like everyone else that graduated from like our class, right? Is it weird being a weird late and not doing internship? You kind of like you feel a bit of peer pressure because you feel like you're falling behind. But then at the same time, it's like I already had the internship opportunity, and you know, I'm looking into joining like a research opportunity in freshman year. So I think that's a really different experience I'm looking forward to. So overall, not too disappointed that I'm not on the same page as everyone else from our
Are you
year,
aiming
at
for
least.
internships that you're trying to help to get a job in?
Honestly, I haven't thought too much, you know, in that regard. I feel like I just want to, you know, do a research, join a research opportunity that aligns with my interest, or at least my major. Yeah.
What topics of like econ are you most interested in right now?
Econ. Well, the funny thing is, so far in college, I mean, it's only been a quarter, right? But my first quarter, the only econ course I had was a accounting course, so I really didn't like that. I haven't had the opportunity to take other econ courses, and I haven't signed up for any econ courses this quarter as well, because technically I placed out of my econ classes, but I haven't placed out of my math classes. So basically the next core econ class I could take still requires me to first complete all the calc classes that, you know, I have to complete. So right now, there's nothing that there's no like specific thing that I'm focused on within economics, but I would like to, I'm interested in behavioral economics, so that's what I will be trying to look into.
So it's interesting because I know Eric's talked about in high school you did that it was like an internship type school funded project. So it's kind of like you guys have similar experiences. What was that? It was the John Deere.
So most of you know about the John Deere company, right? Of course. But my high school had a great opportunity where some 6 to 12 students were allowed to have a quote unquote internship with John Deere. We made an app for the class.
Yeah, so that's like, cause,
Wow.
I don't know if our HOT did any of those like school I don't know if we had any of those at ISB really like internship experiences through the school or projects like that through the school. And I know
I don't think we had.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see how you guys before even getting to college had like opportunities that were like related to your field to like kind of pique the interest and like get more experience.
Definitely a good experience, yeah.
Yeah, I think that
Worth
helps
it.
a lot. But like besides just that and like because Philip, we talked about when we were planning like the visit when Arho came to Kansas City and like
Right.
you were supposed to come. This is when we like first started talking again to meet up. But then you're like worried about leaving California for like to get your residency or something, and we were trying to like show you like the research of why you're allowed to leave or anything. And then what did the school tell you you couldn't leave? Why'd you end up like not coming?
I mean, they never responded, so I was asking the school.
Typical university offices.
Yeah,
never
I was
respond.
asking the school like, how long do I have to stay? Like, can I have any leaves if I want to pay resident tuition? The next year or something, and they never responded to that. So
That's stupid. You should have just fucking left the state. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna track you down or anything.
yeah, I guess yeah.
Yeah, from what I screenshotted and sent to, I think I sent to you, it was like you can leave for like
6
15
weeks.
dawhat, something.
I thought it was 6 weeks.
It was that long?
I think that's total like
something like that.
vacation time.
Something like
6 weeks.
that. But that's like that's what the state claims, not like that's not what
not
the school
UCI?
system says. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah, I think it's like just really hard in general for like schools with big public universities to like grant you in-state residency because like they want that out-of-state money. That's what they're
Yeah.
after.
that's what they're after. Yeah.
Because we started talking about that topic, and then you mentioned something about how like for permanent residency or whatever, you needed like they wanted a source of income, and I was like, are you gonna get a job? And then you're like, I'm gonna try and monetize this YouTube channel. I was like, what is he talking about? And then I didn't know like your video. You were actually like, how did you get so good at like attacking viral trends? Because it obviously worked. Yeah, like.
I mean, because like I feel like after coming to the States, there's such a big focus around celebrities and, just that circle in general. And so I felt like it was that type of attention around films and media. It's like a really good platform to, or at least a good opportunity to try to, basically ride the trend, because there's such a big focus on it. So like when I created my YouTube channel, I was like, maybe I should create YouTube videos based off of, these trends and these celebrities. So yeah, like you've seen a few of my videos, like, basically what I try to do is, before or after a big movie releases, I try to compile the interviews of basically the popular celebrities that are, that show up in those films. And because there's already been a lot of attention, that's been focused on, that's been drawn in due to the movie. So people would be, they would be really inclined to watch these interview compilations.
Yeah, because I thought it was interesting. The first time you told me that you had a channel, I was like, I thought you were making original like content or something like that. I was like, there's no way that you can monetize this, because like it's probably some like I didn't know it was such a broad market, like the celebrity reaction, which are really popular because celebrity interviews and stuff, like especially for up and coming movies, you hit like the Andrew Garfield one right at the time that it was like super hot. But yeah, I was just wondering how did you apply for the monetization and stuff?
Yeah, I did apply for it, and then they did say there was too much reused content, so I did consult basically someone else who also has a similar YouTube channel. I'm not going to name drop who it is, but I consulted her, and then she gave me some advice on
get it to fair use and stuff.
It's not really about fair use. Like, if it was regarding fair use, then they would have taken down my channel already. It's just that even though it might be fair use, it's like reused content, so you can't really monetize it. And then she gave me some advices on, mixing in some other types of videos on the channel as well. And then that's how you could get past the reused content strike, basically.
So there's like, would like making a reaction channel or essentially be a loophole to that? Because you put in the same content, right? But like you add something to the content. I think those are some sort of criteria that you had to like add some original component to something.
Basically, yeah.
So what's your plan moving forward for that? Or like, what's the advice you got?
Well, the advice I received was make some, I guess, commentary videos like that are more original, that includes, me talking in the videos. At least that's what that person did for their channel. So I'm gonna try that whenever I get the time to create new videos. But the quarter has started for me in college, and it's been quite busy. So I don't know when I'll start trying that.
Yeah, how long does it take for you to like edit the videos?
Edit the videos? The editing part takes at least an afternoon, and then what's also really time consuming is finding the video clips. Like it just gets really tiring, looking through one interview after another, and then you're like jotting down notes on, okay, what's funny about like, a specific, question or interaction that they had in the interview, and then you're like categorizing them. So then you're like, okay, so these instances, I can use these to make this video, and then I'll use the other clips to make another video. Just something like that.
Yeah, so like the researching part, right?
Yeah, the researching part takes like a day, just like going through, because you get burnt out from watching all those vids.
Because I remember, like, Philip, when we used to do this stuff in like middle school. I remember like it was like also, Arho, when we did stuff? Did we do anything? Was Philip in any of those? Like all the films and stuff we did for either class projects or like outside of class for fun stuff. Like we were all pretty like into the film and the video making stuff. We all took some form of filmmaking class, right? Like filmmaking 1, 2, or IB film, right?
I took film 1, yeah.
Yeah, wait, were you, Philip, did we make a film together? Like, us three? I remember filming something with you.
I mean, you filmed a baseball promotional video for the varsity team.
You were like the cameraman when we were in the games.
Yeah, I had no idea how to, before that, I've never really touched film. Like handling your camera was like kind of like the first time I really worked on film. I mean, but I guess there was an instance where back in middle school, Riley, remember like we were with Edward and then Augustia, and then we were making those like those like shorts.
What was it called? The 1 day thing or something? Where we took a day to fuck off, basically.
Basically, but then like until up to that point, that's basically all the experience I've had. Like I never really operated the camera or like wrote scripts. Like all I did was kind of like do the acting. That was my only role. And then filming the varsity promotional video was like my first chance getting my hands on like a camera and filming something. Although I didn't do much, I basically just pressed like the record button. And after that, I took film 1.
Eric, where does your interest lie within any like semblance of interest in filmmaking or? Yeah, because I brought all my stuff. I was like sitting in my fucking house and I was like, this is a waste of money. So I brought all that stuff. Like I brought this stuff, right? For something to do, essentially. But I don't like know, thinking of ideas, like what interests you, per se, in that regard?
The only thing that interests me in filmmaking is not talking during it.
No, like so like not acting.
No, definitely not acting.
I hate acting. That's why. Remember when we did the TikTok with John?
Oh, you guys were terrible at that. You're the filmmaker, weren't you?
Should I add a clip into the thing?
Oh, you should.
I might add a clip. So background. So we have this friend named John who makes TikToks, which would be described as edgy humor or something. Mm-hmm. Most of them are stupid, but like some of them are so stupid that it's kind of like funny, especially if you know him. And I'll send you. Should I send it now? I can send it now. I'll send it to you guys now on WeChat, so you can watch this of like essentially a TikTok we made while like hanging out one night, and like this was John's idea, and you can like get ideas.
You helped him. You egged him on, man.
We took like 10 takes, and then essentially he was supposed to like have an argument with another person, but the like fight between them in one of the takes, he like actually pushed them down. And like it was really fucking stupid because he doesn't know like when to stop acting or he doesn't even know when he is acting, honestly.
He goes over the top. He really throws himself into the role. The
He's
role,
a method actor.
Wow.
I'm trying to find these. Oh, here, I found these clips.
It really didn't work out when we were all drinking while we were doing it.
Yeah.
It got very sexual and yeah, it's not
between guys.
Oh yeah, between guys.
Yeah. Homosexual. It's called homosexual.
All right.
No, but because I was just saying, because if you like, have you ever like experimented with like any like filmmaking process? Like,
the one thing I really got into was cameras.
Photography or like.
Yeah, photography, of course.
Okay, that's cool.
Taking just pictures is always a fun time. Don't need too much brain activity for that.
Like, where would your like within the realm, because I remember in filmmaking 1, what was it? Was it Mr. Dawson's? It was either filmmaking 1 or 2.
Mr. Dawson.
And he gave us a grade. It was like separated into directing, sound, and editing. So basically all the things like behind the scenes of acting or whatever. But that's where I like really like, because I fucking did all the work. Do you remember, Philip, when I told you about this? It was like I had Edward Hahn and Austin. You remember Austin? Oh my god.
Yeah.
In my group.
Yeah,
And
I
had to
remember
do
now.
all the fucking work. And they got grades for it. And I was like, I was so pissed.
What did you enjoy
That's
the
tough.
most out of those 3 categories?
What was it? Editing, honestly, like, in that, what do we use? We use Premiere Pro, so you actually get a real editing program. Fuck. Arho, you need to teach me how to, like, get a cracked version of Premiere Pro on my Mac, because they don't give it to me for free. That's so, I tried, none of them worked. Or maybe I need to get Windows on my thing. But, oh yeah, I digress. It was like, what was it? It was the cinematography. Cinematography was one thing. I think the most interesting part is cinematography. Just making it look like an actual like
Like
Professional.
lighting.
like a
and-
high production thing is the coolest part.
Okay.
But then editing is tiresome because you can like make it in a way that it looks really nice, but it's also tedious. And then sound mixing. Sound mixing was actually interesting because we did a unit where we did like a dubbed cartoon basically using like sounds, like new sounds that weren't in the original audio, and we had to like make like our own little clip out of that, and that was actually pretty interesting. But I don't know, Arho, what'd you do in IB film that like elevated that stuff that we did in filmmaking?
IB film. That was pretty interesting. Like, I think half the class was just like, learning about film theories and critiquing them, and the other one was like making actual films. And I mostly worked on like the cinematography part, and I think the main thing was just like they didn't really teach you a bunch about filmmaking, but it was more of a giving you a chance at your team to like actually like experience making some, like spending more time making films. And I think the biggest
It was
difference
a class that
with,
you
like,
really made it.
yeah, like you spend a lot of time like outside of class, usually planning the class and like write the scripts, draw the storyboards of each shot, and then like you spend a lot of time outside of class, like filming.
I feel like for those classes, I wanted to take IB. I think I would have taken it senior year as like essentially an elective for fun. But yeah, like it's not like a tiresome work outside of class, like a homework that you had to do. It's like it's more.
It is tiresome. It's definitely tiresome. I'll tell you, IB
It's
film
a
is.
lot of work.
I think
Yeah.
HL, SL might be okay because like SL you don't have to like film as much because like you don't have as many like films you have to hand in, but HL was a lot of work, like especially if you want like a decently good grade, because like it's not like the electives in college where you just like you get by, you get an A. Like you actually like have to do like a lot of work, like a lot of filming, a lot of like writing. There's a lot of writing involved.
I was just talking about how it would be more like fun and interesting as like to do the work outside of class compared to like math. If you had to do math homework or a film outside of class,
Yeah, that's true.
where you're like working
But,
within a group and then like creating something, I'd say that would be.
yeah, but I
more
think the
fun.
thing is like once you get like so busy and you have to do so much work, sometimes it's like it's
You
not
get
that
burnt
fun.
out.
It becomes a
Yeah,
chore.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
becomes
takes
a
away
chore.
your.
Yeah,
I feel like IB film might have like taken away like your creative abilities somewhat because you're just trying to produce a product to hand in at sometimes, and then
yeah.
maybe
Sometimes
it could be
it does
rushed.
feel like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and like you get really, especially when you're editing, it's really tiresome. Like you spend like whole nights staring at a screen and like clicking buttons, like trying to see like playing the film over and over again just to see like if like 2 seconds like of a clip actually fits the film, and just like especially editing, like it really burns you out.
Yeah.
What's
you
your-
get sick of the process.
Favorite film like types to make? Let's go around all of you. Like, if you had to, because I know our whole you had the channel where you made the documentaries, the wildlife and the like going around China, the documentaries that you have on that channel. Because that's what we did when we were doing filmmaking one or two, whatever it was. We did like a documentary style thing because I felt it was like if you wanted to focus on the technical aspects of something like cinematography and sound quality and stuff like that, your best bet would be in like a documentary style film where the focus revolves around like making it look very professional technically, as opposed to more of the story.
Yeah, I feel like documentaries are definitely like, I would say it's easier to make, but because like during IB film, I didn't really do a lot of documentaries, but it was a lot of like writing, coming up with your own script on like the story plot and stuff, and like especially for like low budget films, like basically students, it's really hard to like, it's hard to, one thing is it's hard to get creative because of the budget, and another thing is just like coming up with a good story even when you have budget is like, it's really hard. Like I didn't realize how hard making like a good story and expressing it with film would be so hard until I like really got into it in IB film. Like I wrote most of the stories for the films I filmed, and it was just like, looking back at it, it was just terrible. It was like terrible storytelling. This plot doesn't make sense, and it's just, I think making documentaries is definitely easier than like coming with something up like when you have no clue like where you're gonna film.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, I agree with Arho regarding like the difficulty between like making documentary and then trying to write something yourself and then filming that. But I feel like the process in which you try to, actually, capture what you wrote on film, like on your camera, that process is also like it's really satisfying and rewarding when you actually achieve the type of effect that you were you intended to go for when you were like writing it down, and seeing that words being translated into like actual footage and turning out exactly how you wanted it to be is really rewarding compared to documentary.
Product, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys. Those are both really good like categories to like focus into. Personally, I would find myself more on the gaming side of filmmaking, the nerdy way.
Like what would that be?
Just montage clips
Oh.
where I just show off the skill,
So editing. So if you were to choose a style of thing, it would be editing.
Yeah, definitely editing. But
editing
what
is also
like
pretty
different
fun.
like storytelling techniques do you guys use to like produce a finished and polished?
This is the thing
result?
with do you know which one it was, filmmaking 1 or 2, where you had to I don't remember. I think it was 1. I had Ben Lee in my group, and Haram. I think Haram was in my group. Oh god, let me tell you, this was a fucking nightmare of a group. It was the recreation of a movie scene. Do you remember that unit, Arho?
Yeah, that's film 1.
Yeah, film 1. And fucking we did what was it? Forrest Gump. We did the montage scene of the shrimp, right? And I had to be Forrest Gump. This is where I learned that
the white guy.
White kid.
Like that one white kid in the class.
This is where I fucking learned that I fucking hate acting, because that was so fucking cringe to watch that over in front of the whole class. I like film 2 way more than that shit, because it was fun to do all the like, we had to use what do we use? Well, fuck it, what's it called? Is it the dolly that's the slide in? The little dolly slider, whatever. We got to use that. We got to use some cool equipment, essentially. And like we got to focus on like the cinematography and stuff, and that was interesting. But when it came time to fucking do the acting, I wanted to kill myself. If I having to be Forrest Gump every fucking whatever it was, Tuesday and Thursday for filmmaking fucking 1, I hated that.
Yeah, you definitely need experience in acting to like have a good result you want to be proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of like drama kids in ours who were like taking it too seriously or whatever, and I was like,
oh, so you got outshined.
I was like, this is so fucking cringe. I don't want to watch this. And that's why I learned from my mistakes. When we went into film 2, I made Austin Lee do the interviews and stuff, and I put him in front of the camera. I was like, you do this so it looks like you're doing part of the thing, but also so you don't have to do any of the other stuff that's actually important. So I'll do that so we can actually get a good grade. So I kept him out of that. But yeah, what was your original question? It was about storytelling. How you use storytelling.
Or do you guys have any like stories that you made and you were really proud of, but you didn't get to like actually produce?
Dude, oh no, Arho and I produced all of our great.
All of them?
Remember those great stories?
Oh my god. Yeah, there was.
What were those, dude? What was
those
our?
were terrible.
What was?
Those were just. God.
It was essentially just that we made those just to fucking. I don't even want to reference them because they're all deleted. And I don't even know where they are. I might have them on my hard drive. I have my hard drive here. But those films that we made is like, what was that, middle school or was that freshman year?
I think it was freshman year.
They were so bad. For what reason? They're so.
I think we just like made film to like just to film something, but then like because like we really didn't have like any good ideas, so we just like filmed random stuff as we come like we just come up and we just.
We definitely
film it.
liked the process more than the actual. We cared about the process more than the actual like result, which was
Yeah,
more
it was just
fun,
like a way to spend time, you know.
which was
Just
more fun,
having fun.
and it was enjoyable. I don't like regret it until I look at the final product. That was fucking
Yeah.
shit. I regret that we had them posted for as long as they were. Honestly,
Yeah,
they were so fucking bad.
I really wanted to finish Ethan Ma's food journey. Like
Oh,
that's
okay.
I would
That
say
was-
that was one series that I really wanted to film, but like
That
we
would
didn't
that
really
wouldn't have been bad.
get to
The
finish.
other, I don't know what other. We had just a ton of shitty like. I think Philip, were you in one of those? We had one. It was
What?
it was like a first person Call of Duty game.
Was it the one where like I was in your house and then I was sitting on
Yeah.
the piano chair and I fell
Yeah.
over and my foot knocked one of the whatever decorations you had on your counter
Did you
onto the
break
ground.
it? Did you
No, it
break
was like metal. It was metal,
Oh.
but it was like a really loud clang. And you thought I broke my neck because the way I fell.
Dude, what did I have? We were using prop guns for that. That looked like
We
real
were,
guns.
yeah.
It was an airsoft gun, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't remember. I just remember like falling off and then making a big fuss.
Philip, you were in our group for one day, right? With me and Augustia and Ed Lee. Filmmaking, right?
The shooting
Yeah.
one in
Yeah.
your basement?
No.
No,
The
it
one
was at
where we were
Agustia's
shooting it
basement.
at school. We were shooting at school.
Oh. There was at school and there was one time at the basement.
Yeah.
Nick Raptis was also there.
You were in the one at school, right?
I was in the one at school, yes. I
Yeah.
was
Do you
in that
remember?
one.
We needed prop guns. Who ordered
Yeah.
it? So somebody ordered prop guns
Edward.
of the thing. Edward ordered prop guns and he brought them into the class. So our class is here, and there's this big open area, and then there's these doors that lead down to our stadium, like with our track field and stuff. But essentially people use it as an entrance to get into the school.
Yeah.
So that's where we were filming, this big open
We were.
area, and we were just taking guns out of a bag, and the principal comes up, and is like,
Oh
"Hey
my
guys, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Fuck, this looks really bad."
Some school shooting stuff, bro.
Good thing
With
I had
like
the
machine guns.
Good thing I had
God.
the orange tips on this shit, dude.
Good thing it was in China.
And we
Yeah.
fucking shared that with the class, dude.
Dude, I have the footage of Edward trying to teach you how to how to take a bullet, right? And then you
Oh,
just
dude.
kept on being like
such
stupid
a
and like
dick. You're
making
such
it
a
really
dick.
dramatic.
Dude, yeah, you're such a dick. That's why I stopped wanting to work with him. Okay.
That
Name
was
dropping.
so funny. Yeah.
It's a name drop. There's this kid that was like such a pain to work with. Essentially, Eric. I'm giving Eric some background. And Arho wasn't filming those with us, but we did. Arho and Edward and I did film one in. Was it freshman or sophomore year? I think it was freshman year. It was during the ELO time, and we asked our teachers to because we were in the computer building because I forgot to sign up for something. So I was like, "Fuck it, I don't want to build a fucking computer." So we asked them to like leave so we could like film a movie, and it was Mr. Cav was our coordinator, so he's like, "Yeah," because he's chill. And then, oh my god, do you remember that Arho, the pain of Edward Lee directing that fucking thing?
Yeah, it was just like he's so picky.
It
Too
was-
much of a perfectionist.
And a perfectionist for such a like a
He would
piece of
try to
shit.
fix your
Yeah.
acting, but then he can't act himself.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh my
he's trying to show you, like, let me show you how you're supposed to do this, and then like his would be like worse.
Oh my god.
Bro, those are fun times. Especially
Those are-
seeing you guys argue. Dude, that was the funniest
Dude,
thing to
I wanna
watch.
I want to beat the shit out of him. Honestly. What was the original question that led to this topic? Was it the
What-
storytelling
the
one?
storytelling,
No, it was- yeah,
yes.
it was,
we got so off topic.
Wait, yeah, how did that go into this?
What things did you guys not be able to film that you were truly proud of? And you said you just filmed everything.
Yeah, that.
We didn't get to things that we didn't get to film. No, it's because so essentially, Arlo and I just like, didn't we like just stop filming? Because it was fun to do the filming, but I think the aftermath, the cringiness
Of
the thing.
going through the footage
Yeah.
and everything and
Oh my
seeing how
God.
That was
horribly
too
we
much.
acted.
You know,
Yeah.
we didn't even realize till we posted it how like shit they were. It's fun to laugh at, but like ideas that do we have any ideas that we never got to? We literally pulled ideas out of our fucking ass. We had no good ideas.
Yeah, we just had to like we
had one
we
where
just made random stuff out of
where
nowhere.
where you wore like a sombrero and we had a duel because he took some like chips. He took some Tostitos chips or something.
Yeah, that was so random. I don't know how we come up with that.
Oh, it was essentially what we were trying to do is like just make like film and like try and like improve, try and show some improvement like throughout the process. I think
there was like zero improvement.
There's no improvement. Not in the storytelling. I didn't even care about that. I just wanted random ideas. And
See what sticks.
Yeah, and then I tried to like. What was my inspiration was like those YouTube channels that had like like Freddie Wong or whatever, Rocket Jump, the ones that had like heavy CGI like yeah like those ones where they had random ideas but like the cinematography was good and like
their stories are actually like they make sense.
Technical aspects was good, so it made the like story good, but it was a total failure because we used like shit CGI. We used like the shittiest visual effects and like. Dude, I would try and use After Effects to make like a car, to construct like a city one time. I swear to God, I was on that for 4 hours. I was trying to like construct a city. This is when I was experimenting. This had nothing to do with anything we were creating. I spent like 4 hours trying to like get a jet to like blow up a city, and I was like, "Fuck this." Yeah, and it was on my Mac, so the fucking thing was just fried. It was just it was just lagging the whole fucking time. But yeah, those are. I think we enjoyed the process of filming, and for that reason, we never got to not film anything. We weren't proud of anything we filmed as the end result.
And you guys were at the age, weren't you, that you couldn't listen to your own voice without cringing?
Dude, I still don't like to listen.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah. I think that's still the case.
Nobody likes to listen to their own voice because you don't know what you sound like to other people. It's just different. That's apparently the psychology behind it. But like, no. Do you like to listen to your own voice?
Dude, I'm listening to my voice right now as I'm speaking. Oh, it's rough.
I think live it's fine, honestly. It's in recording. It's in recording that I hate it.
Because you notice all the little details and the mistakes that you make, and oh my God.
Yeah, just the tone. Just the tone would annoy you sometimes too. We got so off topic from this. I mean, I guess we answered that question.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Beat it dead.
Eric, what were your hobbies back then in high school? Because we basically did filmmaking was like the whole thing.
I had no life.
We did like filmmaking. Did you do anything?
I was stuck in my room like 8 hours a day just playing like Call of Duty or something. I was one of those kids. It was a great time.
I mean, I guess that was kind of the same case for like most kids at our school, you know? Like people were just like, at least the boys, like half of the boys are just like gamers.
Gaming. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did game a lot in high school as well. Way more than I should have. Like.
I liked it when we played middle school LAN parties of COD on our laptops in middle school. I thought that was the most enjoyable time of gaming experience in my life. Definitely. And then when we get into college, we transitioned into Warzone, and then after the first few times playing that, it's a total.
It gets toxic, yeah.
It's so toxic.
It's getting pretty bad.
I think it's too easy to get like angry once you get older. Like when you're in middle school, like you just play like it's whatever. You win, you lose, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And like becomes like as games become more competitive. Like I played a lot of CS:GO back then, like freshman year. I would just get so mad when I lose,
same.
you know. It's like
like,
yeah,
I got bad
healthy.
on that. I have like 2K hours in CS:GO.
Wow.
Dude,
It gets really toxic whenever we get back to that.
It's the thing with Warzone is that we were always playing against people who were definitely way better than we were.
I'll speak for yourself.
What do you mean? You still got shit on,
Dude,
bro.
Carrying.
You still got shit on.
Getting
Because Arho
exposed.
gave me his shitty like PC lobbies, so we just get put up with hackers. We had a streak where it was just all hackers. It's those things that ruin the game. It's like a terrible skill matchmaking thing or hackers.
Did they
It's
change
one
it?
thing. But I think they're a
got
lot
better.
less now. I still don't want to play it. I don't have any fun playing that.
Yeah,
really.
that's fair.
But that's with most games. Once like you get to a certain skill level where you can't like keep up, or like where it's just
Or you stagnate.
repeatedly fucks you with how like much better the opponents are, it just gets awful. I don't want to play that anymore. Yeah, it's when you're playing with the friend, it's for fun. Like remember the like Minecraft
Yeah.
servers we would have and stuff in middle
Those
school.
were fun.
Like the COD, we would have like 5-on-5s or 3-on-3s with everybody sitting around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That was
definitely the
fun.
company that made the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure, yeah.
Do you guys like realize there's not many games like that anymore? Like there's Rust, Ark, and all that stuff, but those are kind of dying out.
Like games you can play
Yeah.
with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to
Yeah.
find some, but yeah.
Or
They're
like I feel like
lacking right
they're just like losing their magic as you get older. I don't find
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
much
that's true.
enjoyment in games when, compared to when I was back in high school, early high school, and middle school.
Yeah. I feel
100%.
that same like
The same
back
way.
in freshman sophomore year. You just game continuously. Now you just
Yeah.
like I don't even want to like hop on games anymore. Like I'm just too
it's-
lazy. I got other
I
stuff to
don't-
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like it just sucks too much. It feels like you're being unproductive with your time.
Yeah.
Essentially. Whereas when you were gaming in middle school, first of all, the classes didn't really even matter, and you could get through it easily enough
Yeah.
that you could just like have fun. And it was more about like connection building in middle school and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Where you could just like we went on a bunch of trips and like had fun with our friends and stuff, and like the schoolwork was just easy. And that changes when you get to college. But that's kind of why Arho and I restarted the podcast. Just
Right.
for like
Get
to
in
have-
touch
A new
with
hobby
Yeah.
all
to
these
get into,
people.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's the most enjoyable part about like we can just like have guests that are our friends and stuff. So then you like it's easy to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Like because our thoughts were what we were thinking are like to get like professors or like some esteemed guests sometimes, but then I think that would just be like more awkward. It'd feel like a straight up interview or something rather than
Yeah,
A
you like more
conversation.
informal. That's what you're
Yeah.
going for.
and like just I don't know, podcast making is just kind of it's an enjoyable thing. 'Cause you can make a product by just like having a conversation.
And,
Whereas,
yeah, and if you don't like a conversation you're having, you just can move on.
yeah. Or you
Definitely
can,
free form.
yeah, but like Aro and I, we stopped because we had like semi big plans for after. So we started junior year. Here's the whole history of this show. Wait, Philip, do you know it? We
I
started.
mean, I've been to the classroom, I guess, that's standing set
The
up for you
studio.
guys. Yeah, the
studio?
studio, yes.
Our original studio.
Dude, no, it was like so. What project did we have? It was Miss Cover's English class. It was junior year. It was IB English, and then
Yeah,
she
it
was
was
like,
something about identity or something. And then
yeah,
like,
it was like
some,
identity, and
Yeah.
we had to like present it in like not a normal presentation form. So we were like, okay, let's do a podcast, and then there was you, me, and Frazier, and obviously Frazier didn't continue because he
Yeah, I
did
wrote
no
I wrote
work,
the
dude.
entire script for Fraser.
Oh my
He's just
God.
like he just sat in front of the computer, just read off of it
And
during
we got
the thing.
points off. We got points off because he read from the script. So then we gave our presentation. It was like on like Asian representation in media or something, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And something like that. And Arho and I were like, oh, it's kind of interesting, like the like podcast because we like set it up with mics. They were just props at that time. We didn't record anything. It was like it's kind of interesting to like just like talk and have a conversation and like present something like that. So we're like.
So you're intrigued by it by
Yeah,
the first
so we're
moment.
like- It was kind of a evolution from because we did a lot of the filmmaking stuff earlier, right? So it's kind of staying on that. You want to produce something, but this is a lot easier and a lot more informal and takes a lot less work. And like you can just do it whenever. And then we were like, okay. And then we started that, and we like produced a lot in our first few weeks, right? And then
Yeah, we had like
what do
a
we have?
ton of guests for like our first couple, not a ton, but like
We had
we're
two. We had like
consistently
two. We had
like
like
pushing
three.
out some guests.
And they were like giving like interesting takes. It was interesting how it was like people would actually like come on and like talk to you. Like
Yeah,
they would
yeah, it was pretty
They
interesting.
would never reject our things, which is kind of funny. And then we tried to branch out because like Arho and I would do this one, and then I did the sports one with Grayson. But the sports like sports podcasts because we were just interested in like sports shows and like I think Grayson, what was his goal? He wants to work for ESPN or something, right? That's his
Oh, he
Yeah,
does?
he wants to be like a
yeah,
sports
he wants
writer.
to be like a sports writer. Or
At least
sportscaster,
originally, like back then. I think he's
Yeah.
a business or marketing major now, though.
I mean,
So I don't
still,
know how-
it's on the same, kind of on the same path. You can do
He's in
sports marketing.
business.
That's true. I think so. I remember.
Hmm.
It was either business or like marketing, something like that.
Yeah, but anyways, like, and then we did that, but the sports ones required way more preparation and stuff.
For
Which
sure,
back
You gotta
then-
get like
back-
a lot of stats and stuff.
lot of facts and like sources, but which back then it was enjoyable to like do the research and stuff because you like felt it was going towards productive. We had so much dead air on those first few podcasts. They were so shit. They were so shit. Like just not knowing how to talk. Even recently, remember when Ryan was exposing us on that? That obviously is unreleased, deleted podcast. 'Cause
Oh
he
yeah,
sabotaged the whole
yeah.
thing.
He was critiquing our podcasting
like-
skills.
He said it was unnatural, but like it's nice to see an improvement.
Mhm.
That's why I published some of the previous episodes, so you can see.
Just have a
Your
record
progress.
of your progress. Yeah.
Yeah. But like when I think about it, I kind of like want to do something with the filmmaking because mentioned I brought this stuff here, so I was like, if there's something we can like film or do, it might be.
Yeah, I
an
think you could do
enjoyable
like a short podcast, like podcast interview type. I don't know if you've seen them on YouTube, but like you just like put down a desk, just like interview random people that's passing by.
Yeah, I don't think I have
Can
the
you
fucking
film that?
I
Yeah.
don't think we have the balls to do that, honestly.
Nah, that would be too much.
That, like when I say film something, it's like, what more?
Like
I
making
wanna
a
focus-
like
Yeah,
an
on-
actual film,
Like
not an actual
professional.
film, but like on the technical, more technical focus.
Okay.
stuff.
like with the
What-
story, right, or something like that.
Maybe with the story or something.
Why
I
don't you
really
try
only
making
care-
promotional videos for different clubs or, sports teams of your school?
We could. I think
You probably
they
have to
already
join
have
the
it up.
student newspaper for that.
Yeah, dude. They
Yeah.
have a club for that. I've seen it, and it's really shit. They
Oh,
have
in
like
Iowa
a-
State?
yeah. They
Yeah,
have
it's
an-
bottom Friley.
Have you seen that Iowa State Film Club or something?
I have.
You've seen them meet,
Alright, me?
like together. They come together.
Oh, no.
You just know that they exist there.
Yeah, I walked by it quite a bit.
Oh, I just saw a YouTube channel that was really fucking cringe. It was like there's one where it was like a parody of like Scooby Doo, or not even a parody. It was just like Scooby Doo remake. It's like a 45-minute video, and
Oh my
the
god.
acting was ass, the editing was ass, the camera quality itself was ass. The
Sounds
whole,
amazing.
The whole production was just ass. Honestly, I was like this is shit. How are you?
And
so
what do you
bad?
expect out of college students?
No better. We got
Especially out of Iowa State.
we had so much better productions from IB films. You'd think that they would have something to work with. I would just think that they would have like be funded in some way if they're a club, right? Or do you think they're like fend for yourselves and they record on a fucking camcorder?
I mean, good cameras are expensive. It's like what? Like
Yeah, if you want a decent film camera, it's like
Upwards
at
of
least
30K.
$1,000.
30K, the 30K are like the high end camera. I mean, nowadays
30K
How
RMB
high-end are
or
you guys going
dollars?
for? Holy
you can
shit.
film with your phone.
Those are
dollars.
like dollars. Those are like
Well, you definitely need like a gimbal or something for a phone.
A stabilizer, a
Yeah.
tripod.
That's too bad.
did you get
Yeah, I have
some?
all that stuff. But I brought mine. What is it? It's like a Canon EOS something. It's more of a photography thing, but it does its job. If you want to film with it, it does that job as well.
So this stuff is why your bag was like 90 pounds.
Yeah, dude. I brought my duffel bag back, and it was like 30 pounds heavier than what I took to Kansas City over the winter break. It was a pain in the ass. Thank you, Eric, for picking me up.
Yeah.
Much
No problem.
appreciated. So, what are you guys doing for hobbies? I know Philip, without the YouTube thing, is on pause for school. Barho, have you
Yeah.
stopped? Yeah, you've stopped doing the filmmaking stuff too, right? Because I know you would do the documentaries and
I'm
weren't
trying
school
to,
related.
because I still have I actually have 2 films to edit, and it's been taking years to edit because I have so much footage. One is from when I went to Africa like 3-4 years ago.
Oh,
And
when
then
Ebola
one
was going on.
Yeah, I
I
had to.
think it was
oh my
longer
God.
ago than that, dude.
Yeah, I had to go take some vaccines like before I went. It was pretty interesting. But there's that, and then there's another I won't say I don't want to say it's a documentary, but I want to make it more of like a travel film type with some like kind of documentary style. Of like a film when I went to Tibet with my parents like 2 years ago. But I
Jeez,
have
how many
like
places have you been?
a lot. Man.
Worldly.
I just film. I just film when I go
I
there.
think we all have that.
I have
in common.
like 20 hours of footage for both those films. So
We've
it's
all
just
been technically. We've
I
all
like
been
I
to
can't get the time to like sit down and just edit
Wow.
them all.
We've all been to a lot of places because Eric's somewhat of a world traveler himself, huh?
Yeah, maybe a little bit different from you guys, but I'm an army brat.
Oh,
So
sounds weird when you call yourself a brat.
well, fuck you. Yeah. So you guys are mostly in Asia, right? Where you guys traveled?
Yeah, where we lived at least. Yeah.
Why were you guys traveling so much just in the Asian countries? Was it just for work? Where you guys were born?
Well, our parents were.
Oh, your
They
parents
lived there
were.
from
Sorry.
China, but once we got to school, there's so many opportunities to travel for like, how many like, because unlike here where you have like a district or whatever, right, in your state for sports, all of our other sports teams, most of them were outside in different countries. So they were either in the Philippines, Japan, or something. So we would travel there in a sporting tournament or something. And it's really unique opportunities to like do that, especially like provided through sports. And those were paid for by the school, right? Were our Kobe trips?
Nah,
in Manila?
nah.
No.
Oh, we had
Really?
to pay.
We
We
paid
had
for
to
that
pay.
shit. Oh my
Pay
It
the
was
god!
a couple
tickets.
thousand. It was a couple of
I
thousand.
forgot about
Fine.
that.
So wait, you guys played like cross country like sports?
Yeah.
Did you have like continental like tournaments?
Yeah. So a conference was Asia Pacific Athletic or Activities Conference, I guess, because they have to include the fucking
That band, like,
forensics
bands
or
and
whatever.
stuff.
That
Yeah,
was so
And
stupid.
singing and
Yeah,
That was so dumb. But like we basically it was like an intercontinental like league or something, and we played against each other, and then we had like two big tournaments. Well, we had China Cup, which was like China teams, and then APAC, which is all the teams. Those were really fun, especially like the home staying. You would like stay with somebody else's family of the host country you're in, who goes to that school, and they would like, and then you just like do different things with them. Cause I remember when we went to Kobe, we went for like. Japanese
That trip
barbecue
would
the
have been
first night.
so good. That trip would have
If-
been so good.
Dude,
if that
if it was
typhoon
not
didn't come,
Dude, we
Oh
would have
my
gone to the
God.
Hanshin Tigers game. We would have had
Yeah,
another whole
we had
day
had-
there.
yeah, that
Well,
was really
we spent
sad.
like one day there and paid like an extra like $1,500 to leave early. That was so
Yeah.
stupid.
That was pretty sad.
I think that's why the Philippines trip was our best one. That was the most fun.
Yeah,
Remember-
Kobe
especially
was
since
supposed to be more fun, but sadly, it
Oh.
wasn't.
Do you know what else made the Philippine trip so good? Remember
What?
how we kept on speaking in redneck accent?
Oh,
Like Southern
yes,
accent,
yes.
dude. Everyone
we
spoke
kept
in
mocking
Southern
racism.
accent.
I keep forgetting
we kept
about that.
speaking Alabama
That was a
accent.
thing.
Dude, that was.
It
We went to the
on for the
mall every
whole
night.
for the
Yeah,
whole,
the whole trip. Why do we? I don't know why the fuck we did that. That was just stupid.
But
That
it was
was-
fun though. It was fun.
Oh my
It
god!
was
Remember
fun.
Murph and Showcats. gotta be the no. Showcats wasn't there. That wasn't Murph and
Nah,
Showcats.
it
That was
wasn't- I
Stenning
don't think
and
it was Murph.
we are. Remember
No,
Murph and
Stenning,
Showcats?
Yeah.
Arho. That's got to be the two worst
Oh, Murph.
coaches in history, dude. Oh my god!
I still
they're so
remember
stupid.
his amazing quotes. Double knot, and
Yeah.
then the other one is hydrate before the day of the game, so you don't
Yeah.
have to drink on the day of the game.
He's so stupid. Oh my god. Dude,
Legendary.
this is like an
how it works.
80 plus year old man who would come to like practice with his shirt off and his titties hanging out.
Dude, that's hot. Ayo.
Yeah, why was he there? Why was he even there? Why?
I think because his son
For
used to play
entertainment
baseball
enjoyment.
at ISB, right?
He would like slap the ass when he was like coaching third base. He like slap your ass when you came around third base. I was like, we're getting to Peter Douglas levels, but we can't go into that.
So you guys couldn't afford babes, so you had to buy a coach for that?
Yeah, we didn't have cheerleaders, so he was the, yeah. That was disturbing. That was disturbing
was
to
a
everyone
interesting
who
guy.
walked by our practice, dude. Oh, but it was fun to make fun of him.
Dude, Murph lived in Taiwan for a while. Because when I
Yeah.
told him I was from Taiwan, he spoke Taiwanese to me, bro.
Yeah, he also knows some. He also knows some Shanghainese.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Yeah, Murph has he probably traveled to a bunch of places before.
Yeah.
Yeah, world traveler. It's interesting how we all share that. Even though, like, for Eric, it was for you, it was a different time in your life where you don't. It was like more fundamental. I don't know if it was more fundamental, but like you had less idea of what was going on, I guess.
Yeah, I was below 10 when I was traveling. So it's definitely glimpses and pieces of my memories with that.
Yeah.
Where did you travel
That's an
to?
interesting experience, though. Yeah.
You went to where'd you live? Australia and Germany, and then travel across Europe.
Oh, yeah, I was born in Puerto Rico, moved to Texas, Australia, Germany, and then Iowa for up until now.
Damn.
Were you guys all just China, United States, California, such as that? Where have you guys been? Brad, do you want to start?
Oh yeah, started in the U.S. Then it was Thailand, and then it was China, and then it was back to the U.S. Of course, we didn't like live in. I think you guys were both Arlo and Philip. Philip, you were Taiwan first, right? And then
Yeah,
went to
I mean, I was
China, and
born
think-
in the States, but
Yeah, and then
the
Arlo
first
just
3 years was in Taiwan. Yeah.
China the whole time.
Yeah, I was born and raised here.
Yeah, but the thing with like all the international schools is once you graduate from there, you'll leave the country and then you'll usually come to America or Canada or England or wherever they go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, let's thank our guests, Philip and Eric, for coming on.
Thanks
It's
for
been a
having me.
really interesting talk.
Thank you for having
A
us.
lot of memories rehashed.
Mhm.
Then we'll be back later, sometime next week for a new show. I think we're talking to David E. or Isaac Tong. Isn't that right,
Yeah.
Arlo?
Yeah,
Should be
I'm trying to have him on.
very interesting show. So thank you guys for listening. Peace.